can feel the evolution. All my time no longer frozen. So maybe all the dark. I don't know who I will become, but I know what I want more than ever before. I can feel the evolution. All my time no longer frozen. So maybe all the dark. I don't know who I will become, but I know what I want more than ever before.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Taiko World Cup 2022. The quarterfinal weekend has been showing some very exciting results, and overnight, at least over here in Australia, it's been very spicy to see some of the results coming in, and I'm glad that we are all here for another match today. Hope you're all doing very well as we get to see Canada take on Argentina. I am vv1444631547, and today, Canada and Argentina, it's going to be a very spicy match. Two very formidable teams who've had very decent showings last year in last year's edition of Taiko World Cup, having early stage struggles going down in the quarterfinals. But we're getting things started straight away with the rolls. Oh man, we're here just in time. Perfect. Come on, high rolls. We saw some very high numbers in the last match back in I don't remember. Sorry, I'm still trying to wake up as well. We got Fudgy rolling an 81, very good roll, absolutely respectable. And Argentina is going to be rolling only a 28. Had some chances, but was not going to hit it. And just like that, we have Argentina losing the roll out the gate. Argentina will be banning first, followed by Canada. Absolutely the standard as far as World Cups go. We'll have Argentina banning first. So, in this map pool, to remind everybody, we have 5 no mods, 2 hidden, 2 hard rock, 2 double times, 3 force mods, or semi-free mods, 3 mods, and of course the tiebreaker if necessary. So, no mod 5 will be getting banned out the gate, Burning Sands. Everybody's very disappointed. But it's a very challenging song. We've seen some very wide performances on that particular map set. So it doesn't come as too much of a surprise that Argentina will be banning it, and Hidden 2 continuing to not get much love in this pool, as it has been banned in nearly every single match. I think only one match it got played, maybe 2 when I quickly looked at the match feed this morning. Yeah, Burning Sands has gone out of the way. It's a sad day, but that is life in Taiko World Cup, and we're going to be getting started with Canada's very first pick. They can choose whatever they like. I actually don't know what Canada will be opening with. I don't know much about these teams ahead of time, especially with how there's been some major changes amongst both teams. It may not be exactly the most straightforward in what they're going to be choosing out the gate. So, what will Canada be going first? They have practically the entire pool open to them, and they're going to be going with Hard Rock 1. Kanagawa Cyber Culvert. Oh man, this is the first time I'm seeing Hard Rock 1 in the match. Let's go. Very solid song, mapped by Tatsuke. Edit version of the upheaval difficulty. OD of 7, which Hard Rock is amplified to 9.8, which is practically 10. So it's about as tight as you can get in the accuracy timing, 2 minutes and 20 seconds in length, and a star rating of 6.4 stars. This map, it may sound nice and chill, but do not be fooled. You can definitely hear some of the snaps in this song. They definitely do kick in quite significantly with the burst. Definitely a good map. I think a lot of people have been pretty happy with this map. Albeit, it certainly has not been a first pick from what I've seen in the other matches. Most people have either just straight up avoided this map, or just would pick it like much later in the match, but it's nice to see it being first picked right out the game. As we see Fudgy, Visha playing for Canada, and Argentina is going to have Gaston and Doodle. Fudgy's commenting that, are there 2 players from Argentina or am I blind? And Gaston's saying, nope. Gotta love the MP chats. MP chats are always the best chats. I mean, we love you, Stream Chat, but MP chat is a whole different level sometimes. Visha, though, stepping in for the first time in this particular match, and so will Fudgy. There we go. Tiger Eyes, our referee for the match, kicking off the NP start of 10 seconds. Here we go. Keep in mind, it is a best of 11, so first to 6 maps will do the trick. So the matches are going to be a little bit longer. And, it's already been showing with some of the map picks so far in this weekend how many maps both sides can pick up for one side. Inevitably gets to 6 points. And here we go. It's a relatively tame start. Allows the players to comfortably warm up into this match and the map. So far, Canada off with the early lead. Disha topping the lobby at 99.6%. In contrast to Doodle's 97%. Although he is fighting really quickly to get back up to 98. Oh, but Fudgy and Doodle trade misses there. And Gaston holding things steady for the Argentinian side for the time being. And a nice 98%. Definitely a very good start for Gaston. Unfortunately, compared to Canada, it's not where you need to be. Both Canadian players are averaging at about 99.2%. So accuracy-wise, they are not there yet. But here we go, going to the TI time. Maybe things will change. And Fudgy missing is certainly going to be helping the Argentinian side. Although Visha is the one with combo momentum right now. He is holding things together, preventing Argentina to capitalize on it fully. But Fudgy continues to find misses, and that's going to allow Argentina to overcome Visha's better performance and take the lead for the first time in the map, heading to the last third as well. There's strong combos, but Doodle gives it up, absolutely butchering the burst. But Fudgy gives it back to Doodle, and now there's a massive trade of misses. Doodle and Fudgy are struggling with each other, trying to get ahead here. And it looks like Argentina is being the favorite right now. Gaston and Visha trying to keep things together as the only two players with full combos. And Doodle now looking to keep Argentina in the plus, in the positivity of the points. And here we go, the song is going to be quieting down a little bit. And a few 100s there scaring things off a little bit right before the end there, and Argentina gets the win. They get the win and the first breakpoint as well, right off the bat. Gaston getting 33 100s, and Visha getting only 9 100s as both of those players take home comfortable FCs. But yeah, just Fudgy's just struggling to not get a combo going. Certainly did punish the Canadian side there, and it allowed Argentina a very small margin of victory. I didn't see how many points it was, but it wasn't that much. Argentina off to a nice first point in the opening minutes of the match. And now Argentina, what will they do? Do they want to double down on Hard Rock and go with Metal cover of Spider Dance? No, they're gonna go with Hidden One. No, wait. Is it Hidden One or is that just Gaston saying hot? I can't tell. I have my my Discord stream a little too small. Oh no, that's Hidden One. Is it? Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, certainly. Okay. Okay, I've certified my eyes are working this morning. excellent. Anyways, can't get Sugo Boy. Composed and mapped by 7-7. Very well-known taiko mapper, taiko player, everything really. Have a lot of influence in the taiko community, and he is back once more in another 7-7 map. But not with an OD of 7.7 though. Oh, he's done that in previous maps. Anyways, this song, really fast hit and pick, 255 beats per minute, in line with 7-7's style of mapping and music composition. The song features a lot of sampling from various well-known songs some of the people in the audience will recognize. And it allows a test of, adaptability when it comes to following the notes of the song and keeping up with the speed at a very fast pace of 255 beats per minute with a length of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's definitely not short, it's definitely not long. Very respectful in that front. And the OD of 6.8, which is pretty nice for Hidden. It's not easy, but it's not too hard either. Fudgy off with an early miss as things get started. Argentina up 1 point to start with, looking to solidify with a second point. Early miss from Fudgy should give Argentina a bit of confidence if they knew what was going on. Visha and Doodle, only two players to double S, canceling each other out. And for the time being, Gaston and Fudgy, two players clashing with each other. Fudgy with the better accuracy, but Gaston with the combo. Okay, you take that back. Gaston doesn't have the combo anymore. Just absolutely lost it. Now Canada's going to take a very slight lead. Should explode by a little bit. Fudgy is at the 400 combo very quickly. Doodle outperforming Visha by about 1/100. Not really going to do much for the time being, but Argentina needs every little bit that they can get. Be careful about the slowdown. Sometimes the slowdown can allow players to overstream something by accident. Now Fudgy looking to be quite consistent. He's actually pushing his accuracy up to 99.6%. Man is absolutely on fire outside the early start. Everybody else in the lobby doing absolutely phenomenally. But absolutely crazy to see these players giving it their all, and they're going to the last quarter of the song, and all of a sudden, Argentina has to sit here and wait for a Canada mistake. But will they find one? Because I don't think Argentina is going to win on the accuracy, considering how consistent Canada has been thus far in the song. Now things are going to be coming to a close conclusion, but Visha has picked up a very critical mistake, and that's going to allow Argentina to get ahead if they can just swing back the points. They do have the notes for it, and they will do it, but the accuracy is still quite important to hit in the ending over here. And now Doodle with the near double S, he is carrying Argentina across the finish line by the very thinnest of margins. And now it's going to be a very quiet finish, and Argentina is going to steal that loss that they were on the verge of achieving. They stole it right back and turned it into a W. And Argentina, on the front pages of the Taiko World Cup Daily, we see Doodle with the 1/100 FC, practically a double S. Absolutely spectacular performance by Doodle there, helping to secure the second point and the first defense off their pick as well. Definitely not what I would have expected. Canada doing a very good job as well, trying to muster up a defense. Well, actually, no, they're mustering up an offense, actually. We're doing very well, but just couldn't hold it at the very end, and by the thinnest of margins, the point slipped away from them. Wow. Now Canada down 2 points to start with. Not the greatest of starts, but best of 11, you have time to make a recovery, and they're hoping to find that in Astronomia. I don't know what Astronomia means, but definitely is a banger song. Fudgy quickly goes out with 3-1-3. Math by hands, and definitely quite the dance.
This is the story of an ordinary man.
Although you will never catch me dancing this in public. Oh, that song is quite a banger though.
Down 10, 9, 8.
Regardless, the song itself is OD of 6.5. Hard rock that will go up to 9.1. 2 minutes and 9 seconds in length. 200 beats per minute and star rating of 6 flat. This song should bring out a good number of mods from both sides. Definitely a scary map for Canada, given that there's a higher, scroll velocity rate compared to the other two maps in the pool. And both players from the Canadian side going with Hard Rock, with Acute Astrute going with Hidden Hard Rock. Gaston, the only player with Hidden, and Doodle with Hidden Hard Rock. So, this is going to be interesting. No mod advantage for either side here, but the mod differences should provide quite the spectacle.
Let's go.
There are various sections in this map where players will be doing better than others. Especially the higher SV sections, Hard Rock players are going to suffer. But when you get to the slower doubles, Hidden players are going to suffer quite significantly. Especially if they haven't taken the time to do that slight memorization. Here we go, there's fast bursts coming in. Visha hitting them perfectly. Doodle on the double S. Oh no, he's not at the double S. Oh no. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's going to give Canada the first lead of the map. That's Groot doing a very good job at 99.35%. His accuracy is tanking, and now his combos are also missing now as the section starts to rack up in intensity quite a bit. Oh man, gotta love it. Visha, only player I think still on the FC. Yep, I think 99.65%, definitely looking quite comfortable. It's helping Canada get ahead here by putting up a very dominant result. Doodle and Escroot really canceling each other out. They're both getting very similar performances. Gaston unable to keep up with Vesha right now, despite being at 99.3%. You know, that one miss currently doing all the difference in the world for Canada, you know, on their way to the first break here. But watch out, here comes the machine gun. Escroot will miss quite a bit. But Visha will nail the section perfectly. With hard work, by the way. And Canada will take the first point. Crazy. 6 100s for Visha. Gaston getting 9 100s and a miss. Very good performance by Gaston as well. Cannot be downplayed at all. Doodle did slightly underperform compared to Escroot. But I don't think it had mattered too much. Canada was quite confidently ahead. Still good results by players all around. You know, especially in a World Cup, you want to be hitting over 1 million points. With your particular mod combination, if you're not hitting over 1 million points, you should probably take less mods. And these players, for the most part, have been doing that. Getting 997,000 by Doodle is still a very good result. Maybe the players just take a bit too much water, maybe. Actually, it's a bit hard to tell, quite frankly. Anyways, Argentina is going to be picking Gas. You know, Argentina was off to a first good 2 points. The engine stalled a little bit with that last map. But they're going for a recharge. They want to step on that gas and get to the third point. Yeah, Nomad 1, for those who haven't seen it, in line with a lot of other Nomad 1s in other tournaments, it's usually the map with the most consistency, usually. But consistency is a bit subjective, especially when you get to the later stages of the tournament. But definitely is one where you're more likely to see higher OD requirements, which for Nomad 1 in this case, it's at 7. Definitely is one of the easiest in terms of like following the flow of the song. But I mean, if anyone knows Rat as a music composer, you would know that the map itself, at least the music itself, can bring itself towards a lot of crazy snap changes, which some of them are present in the song. And especially over the course of 2 minutes and 47 seconds, 210 beats per minute. Definitely can bring quite a battle without it turning into a double S confrontation that we saw in round of 32 on that Nomad 1 pick. So here we go. Oh yeah, also there's a fair amount of finishes in the song. I forgot to include that. But it's not a finisher map. Anyways, here we go. On a song like this, it's easy to pick up 100s, but not the easiest in the world to pick up some misses. Think of it that way. And you can already tell right out the gate. Everybody doing very well, but Gaston picks up the first miss in the lobby. Fudgy doing very well, 99.5%. Doodle offsetting it as both players are mirroring each other perfectly. Fisher at 99.9%, dominating the lobby overall, but he has just picked up a lot of 100s there. Struggling on that 1-6 snap. And Gaston now very close to him in accuracy, but that combo difference is just going to create even more problems for the Argentinians. And they can see it right now as well. Especially when Gaston has picked up the miss. And as the song progresses, Fudgy now overtaking Visha as the top player in the lobby. But it's a very close contest between the two. In fact, I think they're actually even with each other. Oh, wow. That's a really good thing to say when you're ahead. And it's even a better thing when both players from your opponents are missing. As Gas and Doodle have a combo reset each, which is absolutely devastating. Outside of the combo momentum, Canada is going to build up a little bit. The accuracy setback is going to hurt them even more. And now, Fudgy and Visha just looking quite comfortable as Argentina has appeared to make a serious mistake with their pick. And if this continues, this will be... Whoa, client. Wait, did Gaston actually miss, or was that just the client? I hope that was okay. Well, it doesn't really appear to make much of a difference anyways, as Canada looking quite comfortable to take the win here, winning by a margin of just shy of 100,000 points. And it's going to be a 2-2 result now for Canada, as both players from the Canadian side appear to finish with the exact same score? Question mark? No, they will finish with the same accuracy and the same 100 count, but will not be finishing with the same score. Gotta love those first 400 notes. They do wonders. Because I don't think Fudgy or Visha are the type to be skipping finishes. So, yeah, it does wonders. So, 2-2 apiece. Argentina getting quite a bit of a setback now, after losing quite convincingly on No Mod 1, and Canada's going to fire off Double Time 2 straight away. This is the first one I'm seeing Double Time 2. Clock strikes. So, Clock strikes is actually a very high OD requirement. The OD is 7+, which I'm pretty sure pushes it higher than 10. Don't quote me on it. But this is a very high accuracy map. One of the highest accuracies in the pool. The star rating itself will be boosted quite a bit. And I believe the beats per minute is easily going to be over 270 by a little bit. So it's definitely quite up there. You know, this may be, you know, a DT map. This may be a regular map for some people in lower level tournaments, but on Double Time it's a whole different ball game. Not only in terms of the speed required, but also in terms of the performances demanded. As we see the same 4 players, we've only seen, I think, 1 player swap from both sides this entire match. But yeah, these players are about to be going with the speed 2 minutes and 20 seconds and 288 beats per minute. You know, they say time ticks. It doesn't tick at 288 beats per minute, but it certainly does tick. As for one of these two teams, they are going to be losing. And losing is a very undesirable result. And, you know, it is a race against time to try and get these map points where you can. That is something what Canada is hoping for here. And it's just a battle of nerves and skill and performances all around. But so far, everybody getting to the 400 combo. Clearing the first Ki time section, which is one of the more denser sections of the song. Now the players can just sit here in the relatively tame section, try and recover a bit of their strength, their stamina, their speed. And here we go, they're going to the second Ki time. There's a lot more triple and 5-note patterns. And those finishers that are like spread intermittently over the course of the Ki time certainly can create extra tension on the player's fingers. But here we go, going into the break here. Everybody doing very well. Everyone holding a full combo. Gaston currently holding Argentina back with a 97.6 FC. That is very unfortunate that Visha and Fudgy are playing so well. But Doodle now has picked up a miss in the relatively straightforward section of the song. Oh no. That's not going to help Argentina at all. Now, Doodle having to pull off a very strong performance here. But don't count out Argentina just yet. Visha and Fudgy could absolutely tank in a section here. Especially at nearly 300 beats per minute. One kind of aims itself towards it. You suddenly lose that positioning in the song. But Canada looking quite solid. Fudgy, though, taking on some water with some 100 counts. Dropping a full 0.5%. But he's going to keep things steady to bring home the double FC. And Canada defending their pick. But wow, Visha 3 100s. What is that unstable rate? That is absolutely phenomenal. Look at that, 3 100s. Gaston doing a very good job as well, getting a full combo on a fast map like that. Accuracy, unfortunately, did not compete in this lobby, but still a very good performance whatsoever. Fudgy as well, doing very well, 98.5% with 37 100s. Very good counts across the board. And it's just a shame that Doodle picked up that one miss. It didn't matter in the end, but still, Doodle did his best, especially to maintain a high accuracy. So overall, very strong performances by all four players. And now Argentina is going to be making their next pick. Visha is a very good player. He's doing very well. Doodle had a bit of fire at the start of the match. He's now moved on to some of the uncomfortable picks in the pool. And he's picking up some misses. But it is okay. Now, there are plenty of more songs to be played in this match. And players from both sides will have opportunities to shine once more. But what does Argentina do here? Argentina... It's a bit tough to tell, really. You could go with... I mean, the pool is still very open. I mean, nobody really is in the mood to play hidden. But you got still Nomad 2, 3, 4... Hard Rock, Double Time 1, which is quite different from Double Time 2. But yeah, Free Mod 2, looking to be another 3-mod battle. And I guess they're going to be going for is Tsubaki. Absolutely one of the more popular picks in the map pool this weekend. I think it's been played in every single match, at least I've been around for. Not sure about how some of the other matches went. But still, it's been quite a popular choice. 3 minutes and 1 second in length. Star rating is 6.4 and an OD of 6. Definitely does shape itself up to be yet another close battle. I'm expecting overall the players to be a bit more consistent than they were on Astronomia. And here we go. We're going to be seeing pretty much the same mod combinations. Doodle taking on Visha and Hidden Hard Rock, and Fudgy Gaston going with Hard Rock and Hidden respectively. So here we go. As things get underway here. The song itself is mapped by TKS. Shout out to him, he's a good mapper. And as the song kicks up from its introduction, both sides expectedly playing very well. But here we go. The first major beat drop off the song. Going to be introducing to these players some 100s very quickly. Doodle suffering the worst of it, dropping to about 99.5%, which is not that bad actually. He's doing a very good job overall. Gaston is doing quite well, 99.7. Tying up accuracy with Visha, but Visha has the extra mod, so Visha's on theory outperforming Gaston. And Fudgy with the double S with Hard Rock. Even with... Okay, never mind. He just lost that double S. Wow. Couldn't have timed that better. And, you know, Argentina, they may be slightly behind for the time being, but it's practically even. It's still anyone's game. As we sit tight and await the first miss. Oh, but Gaston's getting that first miss. And Canada ahead on Argentina's own pick. This is not a good sign. Oh, I didn't see what happened there. I was too busy watching Visha. Oh no, and Canada now looking quite strong once more. It's now up to Doodle to kind of hold things together and wait for Visha to start making some errors. And Fudgy's at a near double S. I don't expect Fudgy to make any mistakes. Doodle picking up a 100 there. The remaining 3 players still on full combos cross over the 1,000 mark. And the song itself is coming to a quick end. Doodle has picked up a miss. That should be enough for Canada to secure the point here. The song itself should quiet down a little bit. Definitely do not expect Canada to be losing 60,000 points in the very end. And Canada on quite a roll, winning 3 maps back-to-back, and 2 of them coming from Argentina's own picks. Canada definitely in the driver's seat right about now. Wait, it was 2-0. Yeah, it was 2-0, and Canada has just kind of just waltzed in and said, hey, you know what? I'm going to just start winning. And just keep on winning and winning. And that's just what Canada's been doing. They've picked up 4 maps in a row. And they're going to go with DT1. Very respectable choice. DT1 is quite different to Double Time 2. Definitely a lot slower, which should, in theory, make it a bit more comfortable for the players to play. But, of course, there's a lot more tech involved. A lot more intermittent verses and stuff all over the place. Sometimes even the density may make it a little bit harder to read if you're not familiar with it. But, yeah. Monkey Business, mapped by Arrival. The Taiko World Cup edit diff. Or for being a map pool selector, you can put edits on your own songs. Early of 6 plus, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, which I believe is sped up to about 2:30, 2:15. The song itself is pretty much in line with what you'd expect from Double Time 1 maps. And, you know, Taiko tournaments in a nutshell. But, of course, in the Taiko World Cup, especially for players of this caliber at this skill level, there are plenty of threats present in the song that can make even the most straightforward maps quite deadly. So here we go. Especially with OD6 plus, not the easiest to accuracy on, and Fudgy with an absolute horrible start, and Visha equally as so. Argentina absolutely gifted 90,000 points. Look at that. You cannot ask for a much better start on a DT1. Oh man, if you wanted to see the backfire effect happen so fast, so quickly, you know, you can just look at this map as both players on the Canadian side having absolutely horrendous starts. Oh, Argentina is going to take this gift of a start and they're going to just roll with it. I mean, look at Doodle, 99.7%, holding that full combo. Gaston, 90. Okay, Doodle lost the full combo. Gaston now as well. Only player left with a full combo, but the accuracy is suffering quite a bit in the slow SV section. Fighting to keep it. I mean, Argentina isn't really facing too much of a threat. But still, you know, gotta hit those points where you can. Don't let Canada come back at all, especially when you're down 2 maps. I don't even know how Canada can make a recovery. Accuracy-wise, they seem to have improved. But that's, I feel like that's more because the song itself has just been played a bit more. So it's looking like it gets closer, but in reality, it's more or less the same. It's kind of how I picture it. And especially when you have such a dominant performance by Gaston, still holding that full combo, by the way, and a very solid accuracy, which is more than enough in this lobby. Visha trying the best to offset it a bit, but Visha picking up some misses in that section shortly after crossing the 1,000 combo mark. And now Gaston looking to dominantly place Argentina with a very fast and crazy breakpoint. Yeah, Canada not going to be winning this pick at all. Oh no. Argentina might have gotten a bit of slack for picking 2 maps that ended very poorly for them, but Canada has given one of those points right back in such dramatic and fashion. This is absolutely good for Argentina. They get that break point, which is what they want, and now Argentina just has to pick something and just hold it, and it will be 4-4. That was embarrassing. Oh no. He's gonna see the VOD, and he's gonna be like, he's gonna do that in capital letters. He's gonna be like, oh no. But you know what? You know what? That's how it works in Taiko World Cup, man. You may feel extremely confident on a pick, may start extremely well, and then boom, just miss like 30 notes out of nowhere in double time 1 and give your opponents a great advantage. And Gaston hoping to get Argentina on the 4th point, looking to do so on rip. Oh man. Yeah, maybe that's just what Argentina said to Canada's 4 map win streak. Yeah, nah. So, about those 4 maps that you won back-to-back, I'm gonna just hand you a big fat rip with no mod 3. And here, you know, Rip itself is a very fast song, 270 beats per minute, 3 minutes and 40 seconds in length. The OD of 6. Also Vocaloid music, for those who are interested. I didn't realize this until now. But this map is quite weird. For a speed map, it's definitely not... it's definitely not like some of the other faster maps like DT2 or Hidden 1. In the sense that it should be quite up there in terms of how easy it is to play, given that it is OD of just 6. But at the same time, this is a very risky pick for Argentina. Misses will make more of an impact in the 100s here. Nah, this is not really a speed pick. This is a nose pick, 100%. That's probably a better way to describe it, especially in a tense section like this, because if Canada wins, they're going to get to the match point. If Argentina wins this, it's going to be 4-4, and then the late game of this match is going to be shaken up quite significantly. So both sides have certainly plenty to play for, so much so we have 4 double S's at the start here. Wow. This is a long pick though, so, you know, you want to settle in and try not to choke on those Kantan sections. Here we go, the very first Kiaitai. Both sides fighting just to get even that 1/100 that will put them out in front. No one getting it so far. It's looking like everybody is going to flawlessly get through that first section. And yeah, this is a welcome start for the audience, not really for the players. Oh man, I forget if there's a break in this song. I don't remember if there was one, but given it's such a long song, there probably is. But if they see this with 4 double S's, they're gonna be quite nerved. They're gonna be quite stressed out, which is what we want to see. We want to see people panicking. But here we go. Oh, Doodle has picked up a big miss. He's the first one to panic. Oh no, I didn't even see what he missed. It was a relatively easy section of the song. Oh no. I hope the man didn't miss in the Kantan, but I think he did. And now Canada is going to be out in front. But Budgie will pick up a 100. Doesn't mean much right now. Here we go. Doodle's going to get back up to the 400. I doubt he will be able to not do that. So, Canada now with the one combo break advantage, and now they're going to see that they're out in front. Oh, no. Oh, man, Doodle. No, he's going to be disappointed. The morale of Argentina dropping quite a bit, but the nerves may be rising on the Canadian side. Oh, Gaston, no! Gaston has choked! And Canada looking quite good right now. And they can see it, they know it now. Oh, the morale in Argentina absolutely shocked. And now Canada losing the double S, but it's not important anymore. As things wrap up, Canada looking to get a win here. But hang on a minute, they're picking up some misses. Oh, but the accuracy should still keep them ahead. Oh, what is going on? Is Canada celebrating too early? Nah, it should be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. Oh, man. That was a little bit scary there for a moment. When both players on the Canadian side getting exactly 1-100, but like 3-4 misses. And Doodle getting 2 misses and 1-100. Man, 3 players in this lobby getting 1-100, but picking up like 4 misses. What? Huh? Crazy. That was almost synchronized. Maybe. Maybe. But Canada we'll brush off the realities aside for the time being, because they are cheering at the fact that they have gotten those 5 points. They are looking quite good to win here, as Canada wants to just win this nice and early. I'm surprised Hard Rock 2 hasn't really been picked yet. I was kind of hoping that Hard Rock 2 would get picked at some point, but I guess not. You look at the last choices in this pool here. We got Free Mob 1, which has also been a relatively popular pick, but I think that might be a little bit too risky, given that Argentina will likely free mod it as well. You got No Mod 2, which is a bit tech heavy. I don't know how Canada really feels about going into tech. No Mod 4 is kind of like the all-rounder map, which I don't think that they want to go for. But at the same time, if they wanted to go with Hard Rock 2, they would have just gone with it by this point. You know, if they were feeling quite confident on it. So maybe they're not the most confident on it. Yeah, they're not, and they're going to go with No Mod 4, actually. Oh, man. This is crazy. A minute 48 to determine the fate of these countries. And now it's just a question of how will Argentina win this? Can they do it? It's possible. This map has a little bit of everything. It has a bit of SD, although it's a bit more playful rather than anything intense. You know, you got that tech going. There's a tad amount of speed. OD is 7, so accuracy-wise, it's a bit tense. So maybe they want to use that as kind of pressure on, especially when you're the winning side, trying to secure the win nice and early. If you pick something that you're feeling like they're more likely to break on the nerves, putting up a map that has a higher OD requirement could be the way to go. But at the same time, you know, if Canada does lose this quite significantly, Argentina's going to have quite a huge momentum heading into the last pick. But we're gonna find out in just a moment. So here we go. OD of 7, 6.9 stars. It's not 120. I mean, it feels like 128, but it's not. And a minute 48 to determine the fate of Argentina. They would love to win this pick. Here we go. The action getting underway here. Relatively good start by Argentina, up by 100, which is not a lot, especially on a map like this where it's only less than 800 notes. Misses factor in quite more significantly here because getting back combo momentum back up is a lot harder, if not impossible to do after almost halfway in the song. So, let's see how the players perform here. And Duda with a huge miss! Fudgy gives it right back with interest. And the Argentina saved by an absolute blunder of a move by Fudgy. Dropping to 97.5%. Gaston and Visha holding strong. And Doodle given a second chance. And a bit of an extra buffer to go with it. Watch out. Don't pick up 100s here. Here comes the fast section. Gaston picking up a huge miss. The burst absolutely catching him off guard. And now Visha hoping Canada get there. And now Canada's back out in front for the time being. And Doodle's absolutely lost it as well on the pattern. And Canada's now way out in front. And it's looking quite good for Canada here. All the momentum absolutely shifted away from Argentina at the last minute. And it's just those fast bursts. Speed. Oh, man. Canada taking the win there off the back of Visha, only getting 500s. What? That was a very good result. That is crazy. And that's going to be it for this match. Absolutely shocking way to see Argentina lose that pick, especially after giving a second chance. It just did not work, unfortunately. Wow. So, Argentina, we're going to have to say goodbye to you. Absolutely sad to see Argentina go, especially for a country that has had quite a significant improvement last year. Unfortunately, just wasn't able to replicate that success here in 2022. Although it's still quarterfinals, could be better, could be worse. Can't be too mad about it. But Canada, congratulations to winning the match. Canada will keep their Taiko World Cup chances alive for another match as they progress through in the loser bracket, where they will be facing, I believe, Chile, if I recall the bracket correctly. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, that's like in 5 hours from now. Oh, man. We're going to see the plot continuity. Oh, wow. Canada and Chile will be clashing in about 5 hours from now at 4 UTC. And that's going to be followed up with USA against Malaysia. 5 UTC. Wow, that was very good. And of course, the match we're all excited for. Australia and Hong Kong at 8 UTC. And then of course we got South Korea, Great Britain at 11:30. Taiwan and France at 13 UTC. And then we have Japan, Sweden, Brazil and Finland, and Germany and Indonesia. Plenty of matches ahead. I think we're only now just crossing the halfway point in Taiko World Cup for the quarterfinals weekend. And yeah, there's going to be quite a bit of a downtime, so you guys can relax. You can recoup your strengths, recoup your energy before the next clash takes place. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. I don't think there's really much else to say. I'll be back casting all these great matches and more later today. I need to eat breakfast. So I'm going to just wrap up very quickly. Thank you all for watching. And I hope to see you guys soon as Taiko World Cup 2022, the quarterfinal weekend, continues.